What up YouTube, it's your boy Gamer here with another video, and today we're doing a walkthrough for Payday 2, and this mission is the DLC mission Diamond Heist, or Diamond Store, that is free, and I'm going to be doing this on hard difficulty solo, and this is just actually a commentary after the fact, so I'm just going to walk through what you should do if you're doing this on solo, and then a slightly different variation for when you're doing it with other people. Now, I do buy the escape vehicle here, so that I don't have to worry about the escape, because the escape on this mission can be annoying if you get the helicopter one, because the helicopter one is really, really hard, depending on how many bags you take. So, as you see right here, I don't really go for a stealth attempt, because I'm not really spec'd out to stealth. I whip out my Locomotive 12G shotgun here, and as you can see, I have Dominator, or at least a portion of Dominator. Yeah, I have it aced. So I just yell out and have everybody get on the ground so I don't have to worry about civilians running everywhere while I'm breaking the glass. And what you do is, although it's not the main objective, it gives you a ton of money because there is so much of it. For solo you need 6 bags. For 2 people, and I'm not sure if it's more than 2 people as well, but I think the max is 10 bags, and you have to do that with 2 people. And during this video, I get all the bags, which I believe add up to 10. I'm not 100% sure, but I'll check at the end. What you want to do here is you want to have Transporter aced, because this way you can do what you see me do here, which is just toss them all the way in the back. And trust me when I say, doing this strategy, you require this to be aced, because if it's not, you can't throw them where I'm about to throw them at the in about 2 minutes or so once I get all the bags moved to the back. And this may not be the most direct route for the place that the van spawns, but the reason that I went this way is because you don't know exactly where the van's gonna spawn, like, to begin with. So I pretty much had to guess, and since this is usually the best route if it's any of the other spawns, I usually go this way. And it usually takes a bit longer to do, but it means you're not out in the middle of, like, the open just getting shot up. So yeah. So pretty much I've gotten about half the bags, and what you want to do, as you saw me do, is start in the front of the store, because otherwise there's not as much cover when the cops start arriving, and then you just get shot up quite a bit. And by the time you get back here, you'll see I'm getting shot up a bit, but it's not doing that much to my armor. So for this strategy, you do want to run your heaviest armor you have available. I'm running the heavy vest. I don't have the like advanced, like, Iron Man vest or whatever it is for that skill tree, but I am working on that skill tree. And currently I'm running mostly Mastermind, which is why you'll see I have 2 medic bags, because I'm running Combat Doctor. And Combat Doctor is useful for 2 different things. One is because it gives you 8 health bags, but more specifically in this one, it means you can put 1 in a specific area when you're getting shot up for one of the steps of moving the bags, and then say you're up front finally getting the bags into the van and you start running out of health, you can put the other bag there, so you don't have to run all the way back to the other bag to go heal, which is really, really useful in this. And as you can see, I'm breaking the last of the supplies. Take all this first. And what you see me do here is, there's where the transport skill ace really comes into play, because you can throw them straight up in there, but if you don't have the ace skill, you can't throw them all the way up there. So you'd have to run them individually up the staircase, which gets really annoying and takes a lot of time, which by the end of this video, you'll see if I took in 10 seconds longer, I'd have to deal with a bulldozer. And now that I have all of it bagged up, it's all about just rinse and repeat, throwing it up there. I do miss once or twice, because sometimes my accuracy when throwing stuff. But for the most part, I make it up there on almost all my attempts, and they end up in generally. And thank God they fixed the AI, because otherwise, this would be next to impossible, because the AI is so much better after the patch. I mean, I am playing on the console version, so it's not like you PC players who've had it for like months. Well, I don't know if it's been months, but it's like probably a month or 2. Whereas console players or at least PS3 players just got it like 3 weeks ago. So now that we have this, it's a lot easier to do solo. The AI actually does quite a bit of work. They get headshots left and right, which is really nice. Uh, Still a bit of inconsistencies, but for the most part, they're actually, given that they get a huge health boost, I prefer them to a lot of players that I play with, because a lot of players I play with don't have mics and that, and they don't really feel like listening when you have a plan set out. Right here you see I'm picking the lock and I start getting shot up. Now, if I had a master lockpick skill here, I could pick it really fast, so I wouldn't have to worry. I could turn around and shoot these guys, but since I didn't have that, I didn't want to redo that entire lockpick. I had to turn around, and luckily I didn't get tased. That would have been really bad if I was just like at the end and I just got tased. And there are a lot of enemies that show up, like the ride shielders towards the middle of this video. The ride shielders that they now send out after the patch with all of the. It just seems they send out so many more ride shielders, which can get annoying. But the good news is the ride shielder AI can be kind of exploited if you start running like circles around them. They'll eventually like get stuck, and you can just shoot them in the back, or they'll eventually stop focusing on you and focus on a teammate. Which usually isn't the case when I'm playing with one of my friends, because he has like really low threats, so they focus on me instead, which is gets annoying. And there you see, if you run around the back of them and your teammates are distracting them, then you have completely clear of the back, and they're just normal guys, so you can just shoot them in the back. I do a lot of hip firing in this video because it takes a while to ADS, but when it's long range, you obviously do want to ADS. I'm running a JP36 with a red dot and some other such attachments, like the I can't remember what it's called. It's like a bolt. It's like the bullproof attachment for the actual gun that does like plus 10 damage. And then I'm running actually I think that's it for what I'm running on that. But then on my shotgun I'm running as you can see, I'm running the holstered satchel on the side for the extra 2 rounds in the mag, and then I'm running a red dot. And I actually do get an attachment for this gun at the end of this video, and it's a really good attachment actually. It's I get the extended mag, so now my shotgun is up to 10 rounds. So all I'm missing at this point for my shotgun that I really would like is, I don't really need the bonus thing. I don't, but I do want the shark teeth like barrel attachment, because then it does so much more damage. Then once I get the shotgun skill, I'll just be like a shotgun beast. But I am going for all the bags in this video because I wanted to show you guys the best strategy, because normally people just go for 6 bags, get the card, but what I wanted to show you guys here is how you could do it with all the bags, because it does take a lot longer, and because of it taking so much longer, you end up with a lot of enemies. Okay, so now you see they're all in the alleyway, and this is where the van spawned. But to the far left, where that van spawn is, this is the same strategy you do want to use. I just recently found out there was a way to do it through the vents, so I might upload just a quick video of like 2 minutes long just to show you guys the vent area. But otherwise, that's usually the best area to do it. It takes a while, but as you can see, most of the back is cleared, at least for now. And see, I'm trying to get behind these shields, and I just gave up here at this point because I was worried that the bags might get taken, and there was 2 shields, so I was going to get shot up anyways. And there is one skill I'm using for the Enforcer skill tree that's called, what's it called? Underdog. So I take 15%, or I deal 15% more damage when surrounded, which is usually a good thing for anything that you expect to be not necessarily holding out an area, like you would in Bank Heist, where it might not be as useful because you can pick them up from afar, assuming you have good accuracy. But for this, when you're transporting, you're gonna have to run out into the middle of a bunch of people, so all that extra damage and bonuses are really nice. And I am running one other skill called Die Hard, which is pretty much I can use my primary when I'm down, and the only reason I invested in that is in case my shotgun runs out, which towards the end of this video I start getting in trouble a bit with ammo, because there are quite a bit of enemies coming, and I actually had attempted this beforehand and got a really good run, except I got screwed over by the game because I didn't buy the escape vehicle, and then I was like 25 minutes in because I was going slowly because we spawned like 2 bulldozers or something. We ended up with 4 bulldozers on the map, and then pretty much it was all downhill from there. And as you can see, the damage attachment really nice. And then when I go down, I do get that primary still, so I can hip fire this. Trying to get that rad shoulder. He's really weak. Um, the AI, yeah, definitely the additional health and damage that they do is really nice for this. And then, as you can see, another glitched out rad shield AI. And what I was saying about like before I went down was pretty much how I got or how like I got screwed over by the game because I put 5 bags in the truck, but for some reason it registered as 6. So when it went to the escape and you required 6, I'm just like, okay, so there must have been 2 in 1 bag. Toss all the bags in the truck. Nope. You're stuck with 5 and you're screwed and can never beat it. So that I do have to complain about. I have no clue why that happened. If you guys have had that happen to you, or if you know why that issue occurred, just let me know. Otherwise, I don't know what I'm gonna do about it. So as you can see here, breaking out my shotgun so I can conserve a bit of ammo. Picking up a lot of rounds though. Switching back. You always want to keep your weapons reloaded in case you run into something that's really troublesome, such as a bulldozer. And luckily this time, this is a tip that you could use, but it's kind of a risk. Is to let the cops take the bags for you, and depending on where they set up, like their base camp or whatever, they'll bring the bags there. For me, you'll see it's in the middle of the map. Like I stopped 2 of them right in front, so it's there. But right where you see those bags on the to the left of me, um, right about there past the car is where their base camp is. So that's actually a lot closer than the alleyway was in this case. I mean, sometimes it could be annoying because if they bring them say there and then your van spawns on the opposite side where this van spawned, like all the way over straight from me, then you deal with like you just deal with it like a ton of shit to get through to them, which can really be tedious. Whereas you could just bring it back. And one other thing, it is really a lot better to have more people playing. 2 people usually is. I prefer 2 people because it allows you to have two AI and then humans. Whereas with single player, it only gives you 2 AI and then 1 human, which kind of annoys me that you don't get just 3 AI. But I guess that would be kind of a bit. I guess you could say easier because you'd have 3 people that have like 5,000% health or something like that. I do have one skill that I don't really showcase in this video, but when I'm playing with co-op, I really do showcase quite a bit. It's Inspire maxed out, like the aced version, because screaming at your teammates to get them up is so much better than actually picking them up. I can't tell you how much more, like how better it is to just be able to yell at them rather than pick them up. And if you're doing a lot of cooperative play and if you're not the most stealth efficient person, like I am, then you might want to invest in that. As you can see, things are getting a bit hectic. I have gotten enough bags, so I could leave if I wanted to. Don't have to worry about the escape, though, because I bought the escape vehicle, as I said earlier. But I wanted to show you guys the perfect bag situation, so I'm continuing to go. I'm fighting my way through these cops. The red dot does help a lot on the shotgun, at least in my opinion, it does. Even if not for the accuracy, but for the ability to see a red dot on your like enemies, so you can just be like, okay, that's where I need to shoot. Since I had been using my shotgun continually, I now get like a ton of AR ammo, so I'm just hip firing with that. I pick up the bag here, and just killing a lot of enemies, a lot of ammo, a lot of dead bodies all over the place. They are moving the bags back there, and then down this alleyway, you can see I'm starting to get flooded quite a bit, and now my escape route's a bit blocked. And here's another thing: use the mailboxes as cover. They may not seem like the best cover, but when it's something like this, when you can just hide behind the mailbox, there aren't crevices, you can just use that as cover to kill guys that are, say, perched around here. And as well as the barriers. And then here I get in trouble. I believe I go down. Yeah, I'm at really low health. Wait for my armor to regen, then I have like no health. And then I do go down, I look over, I see there's a riot shielder. I try to hip fire him. can't. So I stop firing, and then I want revenge, so I just go up and shoot the guy. I am taking quite a bit of damage here, but I'm not worried because I still have all those med packs. I believe all the bags are now in that base camp that I talked about earlier at this point. At this point I am really worried that the bulldozer's gonna show up and I'm just gonna get like completely annihilated. And the bulldozer does show up, but just a tiny bit too late. And okay, this is me going for the bags. Another reason that you want the transporter skill aced is right here. You'll see, rather than move all the bags individually like I could, I just decide, okay, I'm just gonna toss them over there and just like conga line them, toss them, and then just all be in roughly the same pile. I can go pick them up, grab another bag. Just, I believe I toss them again. Okay, no, I don't toss them again. And then, as you can see, the van's pretty much full. You're getting a lot more. I do like that they patched how much money you get per bag that's extra, because that does encourage you to take a little more risk to get a little more reward. I usually like to go for as many bags as possible, unless like we're all out of ammo and shit. In which case, I sometimes go for it, but usually if I have a teammate, I'll just be like, "You stay at the van, so if I go down, we can not fail." And then I go for the bags or something like that. That's usually a good strategy, assuming your teammate is competent. I've had times where I do that, and then I look outside and I see my teammates in the middle of like a SWAT, and I'm just like, why the hell weren't you at the van? And I believe I kill all of them, and I'm just trying to get a few more kills just for the hell of it. And I look over to, and I see a bulldozer. A wild bulldozer has appeared, and at this point, that is my time to make a run for it. Now you see you get a decent amount for the contract, 215 for the day rate. The bag loot gives you half that, 115, 151 for instant. Offshore doesn't really matter. Spending cash, you get like 96k. You get a good amount of XP. That's the thing. If you do this on, say, I believe it's very hard difficulty, you'll get like 20k XP, and you'll see my stats. I got 86 kills, with 43 of them being headshots, and then 23 of them being special kills. And I opened my card and extended mag locomotive 12G. And at this point, I just stopped there for a second because it was like, holy crap, I really want that. And then, as this is going to the end of the video, guys, pretty much I just put the locomotive thing on. I expected it would cost a bit more, but it only cost me, I think, like 50 or 60,000. If you guys enjoyed this video and would like more gameplay walkthroughs with commentary, then please leave a like. And as always, guys, peace.